That show doesn't scare me because it's not a reality I'll ever face. People are like, doesn't Alone terrify? It terrifies me. No, it doesn't scare me. If you ever want to make a show that terrifies me, don't make a show called Alone. Make a show called Lonely. Now that's terrifying. Make a show called Lonely. Listen to how terrifying that word is. You're lonely. Holy shit, you're all so fucking lonely right now. Could you imagine if I invited you over to watch Alone and I explained the premise? Yeah, it's about survivalists. They go out, try to live. You guys want to come over, have a beer, and watch it? You'd be like, fuck yeah. But if I was like, hey, you want to come over and watch this show called Lonely? Fuck is that about? It's just about 10 to 12 random Americans trying to go throughout their workday having an actual human connection with someone else. What the fuck would I ever want to watch that for? God, no. I'll just look in a mirror for 45 minutes straight. They're also, like, that's the craziest shit. I love the idea of lonely versus alone. I've always imagined that alone versus lonely is the universe battling the human body, you know what I mean? Like biology. Like the universe in physics was like, we've created Alone, the most terrifying idea there is. Basically, you take one organism or object, isolate it from any other like organism or object by a large, large swath of area, and you leave it isolated. And that object starts to question what it is and starts to self-destruct. And it starts to lose sight of where it belongs in the greater thing. It's very terrifying, very powerful. Alone is very powerful. And then the human body sauntered in drunk and was like, cool story, hold my beer. I can make a human being feel like that in a crowded fucking room. I can make you all feel like that wherever. Look at how lonely this guy is. Look at, that's what life is. Look at how lonely that guy is. And his face is inches from the comic's dick. And he still feels so alone. How is that possible? Oh, God. But you're not alone. You're not alone. Look at me. Look at me. Dress different and this wouldn't happen, okay? I love the way alone and lonely change. People think they're synonymous. They're not. I love the way they change a sentence. Like if I were to say, I am alone up here on stage, that's factual. I am the only comic on this stage right now. But if I say I'm lonely up here, all of a sudden, that's a lot more fucking sad, isn't it? A little bit of a cry for help. You all laugh a little harder because I may walk straight into traffic after this show. I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only... Come on! That's the classic 80s Tiffany remake of that classic song about two lovers who finally found some privacy to explore each other's bodies. That's a hit song. I think we're both lonely now. There doesn't seem to be anyone. Well, that's the story of a couple who goes home, draws the blinds, opens the oven, and blows out the pilot light together. That's the soundtrack to a murder-suicide pact. Home Alone. Home Alone. The story of Macaulay Culkin as a precocious 9-year-old child left alone by his well-meaning parents to fight off would-be thieves. That's a fucking Christmas movie. But Home Lonely. Well, that's just Macaulay Culkin now. Poor Macaulay Culkin. Poor little guy.